Josh didn't believe I could finish this project, but God did. I'm just kidding. Sorry, I did it again.
Yo, what up? My name is Devin Cheff.
My name is Fujimoto.
Josh, last name Stevens.
I'm part of TheBrewz,
which is a collective of songwriters, producers.
One of the producers and songwriters.
Producer as well as writer and the mixing engineer.
And this is my EP, Origami Mountains with TheBrewz.
Brian Hall introduced us to Marmoset, who we collaborated on, and now we actually work with Marmoset because of Brian Hall, who trusted us and brought us in. Outside of that, we wanted to make more music with Brian, and we made this weird-ass experimental indie hip-hop, and we were like, man, where the heck is this gonna live?
But we were arguing for a long time about who was gonna rep the project. Was it gonna be for him as an artist or for us? And we were like, we don't wanna be artists. And he was like, well, I don't wanna be an artist.
Fortunately, we had just met frickin' Devin Cheff.
Chaz hit me up out of nowhere first. I believe it's because he worked with my friend Myron, aka 8 Row 8. And he had recommended me as a rapper because he was looking for a rapper.
Once we worked with Devin Cheff for the first time, we just knew, oh, it'll be really sick to do a project with him.
We hired him for one of our projects for Marmoset, and it was impeccable. Couldn't believe it.
Last year, and we hired Devin, it was just mind-blowing. Like, I'd never seen an MC like Devin.
Did a take, easy, one taker, no problems, and then does a double, perfectly matches the timing, sounds identical. I was blown away immediately, and I wanted to work with him. And
we had started this project in Portland with our collaborator, and we kind of like tabled it, and so we kind of like revitalized this idea of making this EP, but with Devin and us, yeah.
About a month later, he hits me up asking if I was down to travel to Portland with them to make it. He said, it's up to you, but I think it would be a good opportunity, a good experience. I was like, right off the bat, I was down because I've never traveled for anything like that before. So we had an idea of what we wanted to do, and we figured the best way is to get together with our favorite collaborators. So we got together in Portland with Brian Hall. We had actually Nathan Kawanishi there as well.
I sort of randomly got involved in the project because Chaz texted me and he said, hey, we're gonna be up in Portland, maybe you can come down, maybe work on some music with us. And since Chaz is such a cool guy, I said, oh yeah, of course I would.
Yeah, if you're wondering, here's a video of Brian introducing himself.
Hey, my name is Brian.
Yeah, so I flew up to Portland with them, stayed with them, and wrote the whole album, the whole EP up there.
We're holed up in this studio for an entire week, just making songs. And this barn right here is the studio. This is the main room. That's where I've been working. There's Josh. Say hi, Josh. We camped out in Portland and started snowing while we were there. That was wild.
The process for making songs up there was Chaz and Josh and Brian would work on the production side. They would push out like a demo version of the beat and share it with me.
I'm the guy that like makes all the weird guitar sounds. That's mostly what my job was on this production. And this is my Rat's Nest recording studio where we produced a lot of this music.
Oh yeah.
We had these little challenges of, okay, like, who's gonna make the best beat? You know, between me, Josh, Brian Hall, and our friend was visiting. And we had these prompts like, okay, here's a bunch of samples. You three go, whoever makes the best beat, Devin's gonna rap on.
He would go upstairs and write, and every time he'd come back down after spending an hour or two, he'd just have bar after bar after bar, just non-stop.
I would maybe take 15 minutes, work on some drums, and he'd already have 8 bars done. You know, 8 bars that make it onto the final record.
Something that would take us hours and hours and hours of time, but he's just a freaking killer.
I would just really quickly write a verse or a bridge or hook, whatever needed to be written upstairs, come right back down and show it to them. They would tell me what I need to touch up on here and there.
Not only is it fast, but you can see this want and this desire in him to make something that's not just good, but fantastic.
So the idea and the theme behind Origami Mountains, it's often easier to conquer what's in front of us than it seems at first. The obstacles / mountains, they appear more daunting than they really are. And some of the songs on the EP kind of tackle personal issues of mine that I've gone through a lot, but despite all of that, I'm still here. I'm still doing what I'm doing. And if anything, they're just life lessons. And looking back on it, it wasn't worth stressing over.
Same pants for 4 days, and he chooses the last day to change pants.
You want to see my
Oh
legs?
God!
Look at
Now
these
what else?
legs,
No,
bro.
no, no, no.
My favorite song on the EP is Monumental Throne,
Hard on the sleeve.
Monumental Throne.
Not a phase.
just because I think it would go crazy live.
The song just, for me, just goes hard.
Because I wrote the hook. No.
Because I've always been a fan of rock, metal, and rap.
It incorporates my favorite era of hip hop, which is early 2010s-ish.
Feels savage from the get-go.
In our other writing camp, I wrote this great line that we knew was not gonna go into a song because it sounded like a country lyric.
Like Brian Hall was telling me when we were making it up there, it gave him, Rage Against the Machine vibes. I was like, yeah.
It's just this grimy, distorted, woozy, psychedelic, very dark overall mood, but very, I would say, texturally very interesting as well.
I guess it came out all right, you know, we got to use that lyric, you know, that I had saved up from the week before. We ate a lot of greasy food in Portland. Like, the food was excellent. We ate a lot of greasy food because I think we don't have like shawarma or like, say, like really, really good accessible shawarma in Hawaii. And so we just ate shawarma like every single day.
Honestly, on this trip, I ate a lot of good food. I ate a lot of stuff I didn't eat before. Had probably the best shawarma of my life that they introduced me to from a shawarma truck.
Shawarma. Lots of shawarma.
I got so sick of shawarma because we just had to go every single day.
Yeah, every day. It doesn't stop. Gotta have more.
By like the end of the trip, I was like, please, like, take me to like a vegan dive bar or like, I just want to eat a salad, you know?
I had like a peanut butter bacon burger. It was fire. Yeah, peanut butter goes on everything, I'm convinced now. They had a peanut butter sauce that went with the fries. Dude, it's good, yeah.
And I'd say maybe the alcohol, but you know. It was really fun just bonding over drinks at night.
We drank a good amount of coffee. I had probably the best coffee I've had in my life up there in Portland.
I want to say probably about like $100 to $200 worth of coffee, but probably equally matched in liquor as well.
Gallons, a couple gallons.
What is your best Devin Cheff impersonation?
Yeah, I can do that again, bet.
Yo, make it rumble now. Make it rumble now.
Home legend Cole Brennan, I don't know. Yeah.
Did I do it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just make sure you get the Hanson filter on.
Can you do your best Josh impersonation?
First man on the moon, ain't got nothing on me. I stand on the sun like Illuminati. Yeah, I can't impersonate him, so I'm just gonna copy him. That's it. It's very hard to impersonate this man. I'm not doing the T-Rex scream. He does a T-Rex scream on the final track of the record, Bet. It's hard to notice, but it's there. It's in the background. You hear like a kind of screaming effect. It's him. I didn't know that until like after I met him.
What does it sound like?
Ah!
Can't even impersonate it.
Ah!
Just really happy to get to work on hip hop and having an MC at this level wanting to F with us, you know? Like, that's super dope. Like, that's what we're looking for. We're just looking for people that are down to clown, you know? We just want to make good music and we want people to show up. Like, you don't need to be Justin Bieber, but we need you to show up. So yeah, I'm looking forward to all collaborations in the future. We're trying to keep our doors open and keep our schedule open to anybody that just wants to make dope music.
I feel like with the more personal songs, even if it's not directly related to them, some people could still relate to it. You can overcome anything you want to if you just do it. With time heals, life goes on. I feel like it's a very unique sound, especially coming out of Hawaii.
I think from the time we started the project to the end, it's pretty clear that we have similar values in the way we like make music. We like to work ourselves to the bone, but then get it, you know, like done quickly in like the final stages. Like there's a certain commitment that he has to doing his best work, and he's never opposed to like trying to make it better.
Yeah, nobody in Hawaii has really touched on this kind of sound, I feel. It's very new, experimental, and weird. People, they always tell me, people are either gonna really love it or hate it. And I like that. I like trying new different sounds. The Hawaii hip hop scene, there's a lot of talent, but I feel like the rest of the world does not know really anything about the Hawaii music scene outside of reggae. And I hope to bring a voice to hip hop in Hawaii.
Devin's working with guys that do this, like really believe in him, and also like believe that he can do it full time. You know, because I think that's what he desires. I think that's what he plays into on the record. He talks about a lot, is the belief that he can do it. You know, it's his step.
I'm thankful for everything. Thankful for Chaz, Josh, these guys for letting me come out to Portland with them, make this EP. Thankful for all the great people I've met up there. Thankful for everybody that even checks out my music to begin with. This is easily the most polished body of work I've ever created. So I hope that you guys enjoy it. It means a lot to me. And if you made it this far in the video, thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoy the EP, Origami Mountains.
I gotta fart.
Perfect ending. Perfect.